Once upon a time, in a beautiful forest filled with flowers and tall trees, there lived 7 little rabbits in a cozy wooden house. They were siblings, and each had a special trait. Rory was the smartest. Lolo was the bravest. Nini loved to play all day. Coco was an explorer at heart. Fifi was kind and gentle to everyone. Dido loved eating more than anything else. And Bibbo, the youngest, always asked, "Why? How?" One day, Grandpa Rabbit told them a story about the Cave of Wisdom, a faraway place filled with lessons that make anyone who visits it smarter and stronger. But to reach the cave, they would have to go through many challenges and prove they could work as a team. The 7 rabbits decided they wanted to visit the Cave of Wisdom. They packed food and water and set off early in the morning. Soon, they came across their first challenge, a wide river blocking their path. Rory said, "We need to think before we cross." Lola suggested, "Let's jump across one by one." But Coco noticed some large stones beneath the water. "We can use these as stepping stones," he said. Working together, they placed the stones in the right spots and managed to cross the river safely. After crossing the river, the rabbits entered a dark and scary forest. Strange noises echoed, and the trees looked like they were moving. Nini said, "I'm scared. Let's go back." But Lola said, "It's okay to feel afraid, but we're stronger when we stick together." Fifi suggested, "Let's sing a happy song to cheer ourselves up." The rabbits began to sing, and soon, they forgot their fear and made their way out of the forest. After a long day of walking, the rabbits reached the entrance to the cave. A wise owl stood guard and said, "You cannot enter until you solve this riddle. I am something you see in the dark, I cannot be touched or held, yet I light the way. What am I?" The rabbits sat down to think. Dido said, "Is it food? Because food makes me happy." Coco guessed, "Maybe it's a map, because it helps us find our way." But Rory thought for a moment and said, "It's the moon. It lights the night sky." The owl smiled and said, "That's correct. You may enter." Inside the cave, the rabbits found a room filled with sparkling gems. But the owl said, "Wisdom is not in these stones. Wisdom is in what you've learned on your journey. Tell me, what did you learn?" Rory said, "I learned that calm thinking helps solve problems." Lola said, "Courage is not the absence of fear but facing it." Nini said, "Teamwork makes everything easier." Coco said, "Exploring teaches us new things." Fifi said, "Kindness helps us overcome challenges." Dido said, "Food is important, but thinking is even more important." And Bibbo said, "Asking questions helps us learn." The owl smiled. "You are now truly wise. Go back to your forest and teach your friends what you've learned." The rabbits returned to their home, proud and happy. They began sharing their story with their friends in the forest, teaching them about teamwork, courage, and the value of learning. Moral of the story: wisdom is not just knowledge, it's about teamwork, thinking, and learning from every experience.